Hello and welcome. I'm Pratap Singh. You're joining us on NewsX. Our big focus this hour, fresh revelations have come to light as far as the bomb threats hoax in Delhi schools are concerned. Over the last 11 days, we've seen more than 100 schools receive threat emails. Now, the Delhi police has revealed that it is the students studying in these schools that have sent these mails. According to the police, at least 2 schools in Rohini received threatening emails from their own students. One of these schools has been identified as Venkateshwar Global School in Rohini that received a threat email a day after a blast at a PVR multiplex nearby. The police has identified 2 siblings studying in this school to have sent the threat mail. But why did they do so? They did this to stop examinations due to lack of preparation and force the school authorities to announce holidays. The students got this idea from previous incidents of bomb threat mails to schools. In fact, the police has revealed that the students sent the emails through virtual private networks to conceal their digital footprint. So what is the action that has been taken? The 2 siblings have been identified and counselled and let off the hook, and their parents have been warned about the incident. So this brings us to ask, is simply counselling the students who sent the bomb threats enough? And of course, is this a concerning trend for the future? Joining us live is Ramakant Gaur, lawyer. Also with us is M.K. Meena, former CP Special Cell, Delhi Police. Seema Tyagi from the Parents Association of Ghaziabad is also joining us on the broadcast. What do you make of this very concerning development that has come to light, M.K. Meena, of students now reportedly sending out hoax mails, and that is the trend that we've seen now from not just 1 but 2 or 3 schools in the national capital?
Yeah, in fact, some students are involved in such mischievous acts. They have to be counseled, and institutions head, they should counsel their students. They should not involve themselves in such activities, because there are some students, they don't want to go to schools. There are some exams like they have not prepared themselves for exams. They also do like this, that the exam will be postponed. So likewise, there are many other motives. And in every school, some students are not serious for studies. They involved in such wrong activities. So we have, and parents have to take care of such students, as well as the administration. The school administration should counsel their students, because it is very serious, and it becomes very difficult for others to believe that whether it is hoax call or it is real. Because if it is real, then it will be a problem. If it is hoax call, then continuous hoax call is coming to any institutions and schools. The authorities also become relaxed. But as per protocol and drill, they are not supposed to be. They are supposed to take action whether it is hoax call or true call. After investigation, inquiry, only we can find out is hoax call. But such students should be warned strictly, and other students should also be counseled that they should not involve in such activities.
Across to Seema Tyagi as well. Seema Tyagi, now this is very, very concerning, and right now counselling is being done of these students, but is that enough? If students are now sending out hoax bomb threat emails, then this is very, very concerning. Seema Tyagi, can you hear me? Okay, I think we are having some connection issues with her. Ramakant Gaur, what action now is needed if these claims are indeed true, as prima facie investigation is finding out?
Undoubtedly. So there are 2 aspects of this, and more particularly when in the last year, in this year, there are more than 1,000 threats. And you see the timings. In May, 100 schools got this kind of threats. In December 2024, around 40 schools have received such threats. In NCR area, if you look at the data, it's really alarming. And this is disrupting public order and the national security. This is that kind of issue which has this kind of seriousness. Now, this has 2 aspects. One is its psychological perspective. Another is legal perspective. So psychologically, there is academic pressure, societal pressure. Higher gradations are, looked from the kid, and that is one of the reason for which these students make such hoax call. Media influence cannot be ruled out, because such incidences they see on the social media, in the pictures also. So they saw that happening and they saw the impact also. And there needs to be counsel, but this is not suffice. When we provide sex education in the schools, we need to provide the general legal academic counseling to the students as well. When we tell them this is good touch, bad touch, they need to be told that this is good according to the law, this is bad according to the law. They need to be enlightened about the legal provisions. That is the need of the hour at this juncture. Two sets of, as far as the legal perspectives are concerned, two sets of laws govern this realm. One is Juvenile Justice Act. Second is Aircraft Security Rules 2023. Recently, as per the PIB guidelines, Information Technology Act and Information Technology Rules 2021 have also prescribed certain measures to curb this kind of incidents. But this has to be nipped into the bud at the school level only. They have to be enlightened about the legal implications of their actions. They need to be told that this is an offense, and if you do this, you will meet this kind of repercussions. So I think that can address the psychological and legal perspective at the same level. But what if an IB officer reports such incidents, creates this kind of hoax? Then this is of a grave concern. Last month only, a flight was landed in Raipur, emergency landing was there, and this officer was arrested. After the arrest, it was found that there is no court which could deal with this particular act in Raipur. So we have to create infrastructure to deal with this. We have to give education in respect of this kind of offenses, and we need to counsel the students and masses through social media or other platforms about this kind of behavior.
Okay, let me in fact take that to you, MK Meena. MK Meena, according to you, what sort of action now is needed? Of course, these are juveniles, and that's why punishment will differ from adults. But what action now is needed if this is becoming a pattern?
In fact, the training is required to be given to students as well as staff and teachers and faculty of the institutions. They have to be trained. One thing that if it is any call is received, how they have to respond. This is one aspect, and each and everybody should know their role. Staff should know their role. They should have the proper emergency drill and contingency drill should be practiced in particular institution. Police authorities have to take care of this. Secondly, if it is hoax call and given to by their own teachers or students, then it has to be dealt in different way. That would be like earlier speaker has also told that they have to be told about the legal provisions that the action can be taken against them. But since they are students, since the police also becomes like we have to guide them and counsel them, it is not necessary to take legal action against them. But each student should feel responsible that they should not involve in such activities. In fact, whenever such hoax call is received, lot of resources are wasted. Each agency is alerted. Everybody reaches there. And then you can know how much resources are being wasted for this particular incident. And police can't take very lightly it is a hoax call. Police has to take it is a serious call and they have to follow all drills. So in that, whatever police is taking or working somewhere else, and they come for this hoax call, it is a wastage of manpower and wastage of their time. So in such case, each and everybody has to be trained, each and everybody has to be counseled. That can only be done. And in fact, whenever any such call is received, the head of the institution is also responsible for taking action on this.
Let me, in fact, bring back in Seema Tyagi now. I believe she has joined us on the broadcast. Seema Tyagi, I was trying to bring you in here earlier on this concerning development for students. If this news is found correct, as prima facie investigation reveals, then what is now needed to be done? Counselling has started, but is that enough? Because this is a very serious charge that the students are accused of.
Actually, only counseling is not the proper solution of these types of problems. As the formal speaker said, if it is serious call, actually students are themselves making these calls for their fun only. Sometimes, when I was a child, in my childhood, I heard a story, भेड़िया आया, भेड़िया आया, भेड़िया आया. सबने सोचा कि भेड़िया ऐसे ये तो झूठ बोलता है, कोई भेड़िया नहीं आया. And once day, भेड़िया came. What happened? तो हम अभी अगर ये सोचकर इसको छोड़ दे रहे हैं कि these are the false calls, these are the false calls, what happens if it is a serious call? And it is very easy to say that train the staff, train the students, train the teachers to deal all these things. Please think over the mother who is sitting in her house and she gets the news that in his ward's school there is a bomb. What happened? I just told you a story of my friend. She is a teacher in a school. जब वो स्कूल में थी तो उसके पास उसके बच्चे के स्कूल से फोन आया कि आप अपने बच्चे को ले जाइए, वी आर क्लोजिंग द स्कूल बिकॉज ऑफ दिस कॉल्स. और जहां वो स्कूल में थी उस स्कूल के बच्चों के पेरेंट्स के फोन उसके पास आने शुरू हुए, प्लीज हमारे बच्चे को घर भेज दीजिए, प्लीज हमारे बच्चे को घर भेज दीजिए. स्कूल के गेट पर 500 से भी ज्यादा पेरेंट्स थे, प्लीज हैंड ओवर अवर चाइल्ड, प्लीज हैंड ओवर अवर चाइल्ड. दिस इज द प्रैक्टिकल सिचुएशन. How the staff of the school can handle this? Sometimes I think it perhaps it is a hyperbole कि कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है कि कुछ सोर्सेज लग गए हैं कि हमारे एजुकेशन सिस्टम को खत्म करें, बच्चों को डराएं, पेरेंट्स को डराएं कि स्कूल में बॉम्ब, स्कूल में बॉम्ब, तो पेरेंट्स स्कूल भेजेंगे ही नहीं अपने बच्चों को. कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं हो रहा है. एंड व्हेन वी आर सो स्ट्रॉन्ग इन आवर आईटी सेक्टर, हमारे पास सब कुछ सिस्टम है, हम एआई की तरफ जा रहे हैं, एंड वी आर फेल टू रिकवर दीज कॉल्स. शायद इट इज वेरी हार्ड टू से, लेकिन अगर किसी स्कूल में कोई कॉल आता है और पता चलता है कि वो उसी के स्टूडेंट्स के द्वारा किया गया, चाहे उन्हें पीटीएम कैंसिल करवानी थी, चाहे उन्हें एग्जाम कैंसिल कराने थे, चाहे उनको कुछ भी कराना था, तो जब तक 2-4 स्कूल में ऐसा नहीं होगा कि उनको पकड़कर पूरी असेंबली के सामने उनको ओपन किया जाए, उनके पेरेंट्स को बुलाया जाए और उनको स्कूल से रेस्टिगेट कर दिया जाए, तब तक ये फर्जी कॉल्स तो बंद नहीं होने के. लेकिन अगर इस बीच कोई सीरियस कांड कहीं हो गया तो हु विल बी रिस्पॉन्सिबल? हमारे यहाँ प्रॉब्लम ये है कि जब कुछ हो जाता है उसके बाद हम सब कुछ करते हैं, होने का इंतजार करते रहते हैं. वी आर जस्ट वेटिंग कि कहीं ऐसा हो, कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है कि हम इसमें कुछ ज्यादा कर रहे हो कि ये फेक कॉल है, ये फेक कॉल है, ये स्टूडेंट्स द्वारा की जा रही है, बच्चों द्वारा की जा रही है. कहीं ऐसा तो नहीं है कि ए बिग नेटवर्क इज बीइंग बिहाइंड ऑल दिस. तो प्लीज मैं आप सबसे रिक्वेस्ट करूंगी और आपके चैनल के थ्रू भी कि हमारी जितनी भी सिक्योरिटी एजेंसीज हैं वो इस पर सीरियसली काम करें, स्कूल एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन उनको हेल्प करे कि इन कॉल्स को तुरंत आइडेंटिफाई करके इनके ऊपर कोई सीरियस एक्शन लिया जाए, कुछ ना कुछ हो. क्योंकि आप समझ सकते हैं कि इफ देयर इज ए स्कूल एंड देयर आर मोर देन 5000 स्टूडेंट्स और एक र्यूमर निकल के आ गई तुरंत, देयर इज बॉम्ब, देयर इज बॉम्ब, तो टीचर्स के लिए उन 5000 बच्चों को स्कूल में होल्ड किए रखना एंड साइड बाय साइड उनके 5000 पेरेंट्स को फोन कॉल्स पर और स्कूल के गेट पर समझाना, दैट इज वेरी इम्पॉसिबल टास्क. नहीं किया जा सकता ये सब. पुलिस को कॉल करो, पुलिस को बुलाओ, तो कहीं ऐसा ना हो धीरे धीरे बच्चे स्कूल आना ही बंद कर दें. वैसे भी दिस पोल्यूशन, दिस AQI सब ऑनलाइन मोड पर जा रहा है. और इस सब का कारण क्या है
जी
कि
बिल्कुल।
हम
और जो और कंसर्निंग बात है, जो और गंभीरता से लेनी जानी चाहिए कि वजह बड़ी मामूली सी है कि बच्चे जो है तैयार नहीं थे, प्रिपेयर्ड नहीं थे एग्जाम के लिए, एग्जाम को टलवाना चाह रहे थे और इस वजह से इतनी घिनौनी हरकत कर दी।
और ये हम कहीं ऐसा सोचते रह गए कि बच्चे ही कर रहे हैं, बच्चे ही कर रहे हैं, कुछ किसी ने कर दिया तो क्या होगा। और ये सब हो किस लिए रहा है, बच्चे भी अगर कर रहे हैं, कि क्या हम एज ए पेरेंट्स अपने बच्चों को नहीं समझा पा रहे हैं। एक तरफ वी आर टॉकिंग अबाउट द होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट इन अवर एनईपी, इज दिस होलिस्टिक डेवलपमेंट वी आर गिविंग इन स्कूल्स, इन होम्स ऑल्सो। हम नहीं समझा पा रहे हैं बच्चों को कि ये सब चीजें करने से क्या होगा। बच्चे जरा सा एडवेंचर करने के लिए, इस सब के पीछे कारण क्या है कि हमने बच्चों को जिस एज में उनको किताबों में कॉपियों में लगे रहना था, हमने उनके हाथ में ये गैजेट्स दे दिए और इन गैजेट्स से वो नई नई चीजें देखते हैं, क्योंकि पेरेंट्स हर वक्त नहीं हो सकते, टीचर्स हर वक्त वक्त
Can't
नहीं
go
रख
now
सकते।
is that that the modus operandi also was pretty complicated. The fact were VPNs were used as well to conceal identities. Now this has obviously been thought through. It wasn't a spur of the moment, emails shot off. Obviously VPNs led some time for the investigators to find out who did it, because identity gets concealed easily. So the modus operandi also was pretty thought through, which is why many believe that perhaps the law now needs to be strengthened for such offences, even for juveniles. Ramakant Gaur?
I missed your conversation with this. I'm sorry.
Ramakant Gaur, that question was for you. Did you hear it? I was asking you whether the law needs to be strengthened further, because this has been thought through. This is not a spur of the moment email that has been done. The VPNs were used to conceal identities of the students, which is why investigators had a tough time firstly finding out who did it.
See, law needs to be strengthened, no questions about this. Because the burgeoning number of cases, and not only by the teens, by the adults also, and responsible people like IB officer, serving IB officer, doing this, it is nasty. And if he is booked only under the provisions of Information Technology Act or under the provisions of airport or aircraft security rules, then this is really lesser. So there has to be some provision which has to be strengthened. Severe punishment is required, no doubt about that. As far as Ms. Tyagi's concern is, the issue is concerned, our intelligence agencies are alert enough. Every single hoax call, and I think Mr. Meena would support me in this, every single call is being examined by various agencies, including IB, including Special Cell, and apart from the local police. Bomb detection squad is sent to the schools, and this has happened in the recent past. So every single call, ma'am, is taken by the concerned authority very, very seriously. And since this is an issue of national security as well. So the government officials, security agencies take care of such issues. As far as VPN is concerned, sometimes, yes, VPN is being examined, and sometimes our agencies reach at the root and they take action. But if we look at the cybersecurity, Pentagon's site was hacked. Ace business houses of United States have been hacked. Barack Obama's website was hacked. Indian Defense Ministry website was attacked. So we have seen all that. Data, it is not out of the public domain that ICICI banks, HDFC banks, data was breached, that security was reported, investigated into. But yes, this is a concern of school, home, and everybody, every alert citizen, that we need to be cautious enough about the cybersecurity. What sites we are visiting, what are we looking into? Are we looking into some spam messages? Are we going to push the link which is taking us to the spam website or fraudulent websites who are going to commit financial crime? So all this needs to be looked into. But first thing first is one has to be alert himself, has to educate his kids and surroundings. Every responsible citizen has this responsibility and accountability as well to enlighten the surroundings. Rest agencies are alert enough. As far as this issue is concerned, our agencies don't leave any stone unturned.
Okay. Yes, absolutely. That is something, of course, that must be done very, very soon. All right, we'll leave it at that. My thanks to all of our guests for joining us on this discussion. We are going to slip into a very short break. This is, of course, a very, very concerning development for students and, of course, a wake-up call for parents as well. Let's take a break.